Hi, this is Samith Pich from samithpich.com. I have a question for you. How is your personal development going? Are you getting the results that you're looking for? Are you as rich and abundant as your affirmations are saying? Have you got the partner that you want? Have you got the life that you want? Are you feeling in control? And do you feel like the universe is giving you what you want? So, let's quickly, if you are, fantastic. Keep on doing whatever you're doing. I wish you a fantastic day, and you're a blessing and you're a light to others. Now, if you're not, I want to bring forward this little idea. And I actually want to connect you with an amazing resource in terms of personal development. I want to connect you with this person who, when you get to know them, will take your personal development and take it to a totally different level. To a level that you probably haven't known before. So I'll tell you a bit about myself. I've been doing personal development for the past couple of years like it's been going out of fashion. If there's been a book on it, if there's been a seminar on it, if someone has spoken it, if someone made a video about it, I've read it. I've read everything from the very esoteric, the way of the Tao, Christians, religions, I've gone into that side, to the very how to make $1 million in 10 days by sitting on the beach type stuff. So I've read the whole entire spectrum. I read everything from real estate and how that's good to your personal development to the importance of nutrition. I've seen the conspiracy theories, and I've seen the people saying it's not all that bad. I've made sure that I've had an open mind with everything. My car is a rolling university. My iPad is a state library, and my iTunes is a ongoing podcast center. So I had all that stuff happening, and then I remember the words of one person who was close to me saying, you've read all these books, right? You've gone to the seminars, you've gone to the podcast, you're constantly feeding yourself. You're one of the most happiest, grateful people in the world. But why haven't you got the results? Why aren't you richer? Why aren't you healthier? Why haven't you got your life together? And that has got me thinking for the past couple of days. Not that this person was putting me down, but it actually really posed a great question, and I've been really thinking about that. I've been driving the car along the freeway to and from work, and I've been noticing that I've been wanting to just turn off the radio, turn off the fantastic seminar that I'm listening to, and just be in a moment and feel the breeze. Been feeling quieter, like I just need some time alone. So I had a great chat to a personal development coach, and it's taken me quite a while to get to this point. And she introduced me to this amazing person that you've got to get yourself introduced to as soon as possible. And so many of the people who have managed to get their dreams and become the people that they knew they were destined to be got connected to this source. And who is this source? The most amazing person in the world you can get connected to is yourself. Yeah, it sounds like, yes, myself. No, really. I'd like you to consider what I'm considering for next week or two. I'd like you to consider that you've listened to other people. You've taken their advice. And when it really comes down to it, you know, all advice is the well intentions of other people, that they're obviously trying to help other people, which is great, and all they're letting you know is what they've learned in their own experiences in their life, what has worked for them, and that's great, you know, and obviously it has worked, otherwise they wouldn't give it out. But at the same time, that's their journey. You got to ask yourself, what is your journey? How do you know what your journey is? How do you know where you're supposed to go? And there's really only one person who knows the answer, or two if you want to count something else. But you know, you're the only one who really knows what you want. But the problem is you're too busy listening to other people to know what you want. Now, if you believe in God, if you believe in an infinite intelligence, if you believe that there is, you know, a higher calling for yourself, then you really got to believe and have faith that everything's going to be okay. I remember listening to Jim Rohn a couple of days ago, and he was saying, you know, he's a believer, he doesn't expect anyone else to be one, but he is. And he came up with, he was talking about the idea of unconditional faith. And he said, once he really understood, and not just understood, once he felt in the core of his being that God had a plan for him, and that everything was going to be fine because he was going to be looked after, his family was going to be looked after, he was treading the path that he was supposed to tread, and it was going to lead to something awesome. He said he slept like a baby. He never went to bed worried because he knew that he was going to be looked after. And you know, whether you believe in God enough or intelligence, then you know, imagine what that could do for you. Imagine what that could do for you in terms of erasing your fears. I've really, for myself, have decided to spend some time being open to silence. And just as a very side note, it also reminds me of a very famous Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, inspirational speech. You can find on YouTube. It's fantastic. I've listened to it a couple of times, and you know, he goes over all the steps of success. However, one thing that he doesn't really highlight, but now I'm actually I'm seeing it because I'm looking out for it, is that he talks very matter-of-factly that he spent years doing nothing but being silent, listening to himself, listening to what he really wanted, and focusing on what was real inside of himself, what was most important. And he spent years essentially looking at muscly, half-naked, oiled-up men. But you know, despite that, he didn't have Twitter, he didn't have people in his head telling him what he had to do. He did the work, he did everything he was supposed to do, but at every moment in time, when he had that time, it would just be him and his own thoughts. Not in a you know, chat. This is saying this is saying that. What do I do? I don't know. You know what? It was I trust myself. I know what I want. What do you really want? You can do it. You know, it's like he was having this unconditional love for himself. He was having this unconditional faith in himself, and maybe, you know, he had that faith in God as well. There's the most amazing teacher, most amazing person in your life is right in front of you, looking at the mirror every single day. You know, you're listening to other people, and you know, we got to take advice. We got to know that success leaves blueprints, but they're just signposts. In the end, you've got to do what's right for you. And how do you know what's right for you? You got to just spend some time with you. You got to spend some time getting to know the real you and what you really want. Because when you really think about all the things you want, you realize, sometimes you might realize that they come from all types of places, and they don't necessarily come from inside of you. I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. Hey, it definitely could be the right price, but what have you got to lose by spending a while, just a short while, getting clear and just having your own voice and loving that for a bit. So I hopefully that was useful for you. There is someone amazing that you've got to meet. They're looking at you in the mirror, you're looking at them. Get to know them, get to really know them, and then decide what you really want to do. You already know what you really need to do. You have the confidence, you have all the inner qualities that you need to be a real success in this world, to really make a difference. And there's nothing different from you than anybody else. You're an individual, you're amazing, and you can do it. You just got to listen to yourself. And as I'm talking to you, I'm saying that to me as well, obviously. So thank you very much. I hope that helped, and I wish you a wonderful day, and God bless. Bye.